Universal design came out of the need to start designing things for accessibility. But the idea was everybody has some kind of barrier to learning or barrier to access to learning. Think about your kitchen cabinets or a door. You might be tall, you might be short, you might be in a wheelchair, you might not have sight. How can we make it so that a door works for everybody? But it also has a big impact in our classrooms and our teaching. How can we make it so that anybody who goes to a mobile application or to a website would have access to the content? Another outlying branch of UDL is the idea of empathy, that we are designing for end users, for real people. And when you talk about it that way, you're not talking about just, oh, can they see the button or is there enough contrast? You're actually thinking about how does that person feel at that end? How would they feel if they're searching for a course and they couldn't figure out how to do the search? When you talk about that, you are deeply invested in what each person's experience is. How do they get from point A to point B? An example I use with my students all the time is, how would you make a cup of coffee? It's not 3 steps. You'd have to go out and buy that coffee. You'd have to grind that coffee. You'd have to have a cup. You'd have to decide which kind of coffee you're going to have. And when you think that way about your users, you're deeply involved in them. They're always on your top of mind. You're not doing what you would do. You're thinking about what context are these people encountering what you're trying to get them to learn or to do. If you think about how diverse our employees are or how diverse our classrooms are, now we're thinking about a way for them to design regardless of what their economic background is, regardless of whether they have afforded a lot of learning experiences or they haven't. And everybody always thinks it's either gender or color of skin, but we have areas of the country with low economic opportunity, or they went to a school where there were just not opportunities that maybe were in a better school district or in a private school. It's not an even playing field. And so this has a lot to do with the idea of equity and what equity means. It's not equality, it's about providing opportunity for everyone to have a positive outcome, that their personal and professional and educational goals can be met, no matter what situation they're in.